I just mentioned how maybe Nick Sirianni's got to consider all his options this week. Changing play callers. Maybe he calls plays himself. I don't know. You know why he won't do that, certainly in terms of himself, is because that gives off an indication to your team that you're out of options. And you're not acting like yourself. You're not showing that it's about us in this room. We have the way through it. I don't know. That's the way I hear from coaches. Because you know who's a coach who never changes his approach?
Your boy.
Well, and I know Steelers fans are like, Mike Tomlin never changes his approach. And that's his problem. But look who's in the playoffs. Now, I'm not spiking the football completely here. But, Steeler fans, would you rather be sitting at home right now? Like the Colts? Would you rather be sitting at home right now? Your team is going to Buffalo, and your coach won't play the nobody believes in his card. He won't do it. I've even asked him if he ever considered it leading into the season, and he goes, no, because my team wouldn't believe me because that's not the way I talk. But this team, yes, it could have been better if they went to Mason Rudolph sooner. Yes, it could have been better if you got rid of Matt Canada sooner. We're assuming that's the case. But the bottom line is you're in the playoffs. You got a ticket to the dance. I'm nervous and concerned for you because TJ Watt doesn't appear to be able to go. And this team, we did the numbers in advance of the game against the Colts. When Watt is in and Watt is not in, I believe the team when Watt's not in is like 1-10. They don't win games when 90's out there on the sideline. They just don't. And it's not good when he's not in there. But this team is putting it all together, and what they are doing right now, if I'm concerned about Buffalo, is Najee Harris has reemerged as a beast.
That's true.
And he and Jalen Warren are hitting you. And if you get that one play to Pickens, or as we saw in the Baltimore Reign Saturday night, that one play to Deontay Johnson, and you're having trouble running it yourself against the Steelers D. But I totally understand why everybody thinks the Bills are going to win this game, and push comes to shove on game day morning when I'm choosing.
You'll pick Buffalo for sure.
Because I started the show saying don't let the Bills in the tournament. And I understand the pushback would be, hey, Rich, it's great. I'm glad we made it, but we're one and done again. We're not the Bills moving on. We're the Steelers barely making it. Our coach still doesn't have a losing record. Great. Where are the banners? But they're in the playoffs. They made it. Which when they were losing to the Cardinals and the Patriots and then the Colts, I was getting eviscerated from the Steeler faithful.
But if you're looking at next season, would you rather be the Steelers or the Colts?
Well, I mean, I think Anthony Richardson has a bigger upside than Kenny Pickett.
I think Pickett has no upside.
I don't know about no upside.
I mean, he's benched for Mason Rudolph.
Well, he's playing the hot hand right now. So, yeah, would I rather have a situation where I see an ultra-talented beat you with his feet and his arms and his heart type guy than what they have at quarterback? Yeah. Would I rather have the Steelers defense? Yeah. And would I rather have Mike Tomlin? I would.
Interesting.
I would. I'll be as consistent as on this subject matter as he is with his team. And if the Steelers get one and done by the Buffalo Bills, you know who's going to keep Mike Tomlin? The Rooneys.
Well, that's where loyalty is their biggest fault.
Maybe. But they made the playoffs. This team was dead in the water. They're 10-7. So what? Don't say so what. You can't. You can't say so what. It's got to matter for something. I haven't made the playoffs. My team hasn't made the playoffs since 2010.
But you want to make the playoffs and lose by 30?
I'd rather make the playoff. I'd rather have loved and lost than not at all. Hell yeah.
Yeah, we're different in that aspect. But
but keep building and hope and hope and hope and hope and change. Hope and change.
They're not any better
Keep
than
changing.
they were.
How do the Atlanta Falcons look right now? They changed their coach again.
That's 3 straight years at 7-10. I mean,
I get it.
They're not there.
Hope and change, as opposed to the Steelers, where you know what you got, and
you're not going to win. They're not going to win the championship
this year.
Yeah,
correct.
Most teams aren't going to win the championship.
Actually, there's 31 of them.
Yeah,
but they're not even.
No,
contending. They don't even have a chance.
His point
you can't say they're not contending. They're in the playoffs, which means they are contending.
Yeah, but every year, now that they've expanded to 7 teams in each league, that 7th seed is usually garbage. And Steelers are garbage. They're going to go to Buffalo and get smacked. It's not going to be pretty.
Okay.
I disagree.
I disagree, too. I think that's going to be a game. I think that if there's a turnover-prone quarterback who's also going to win the day eventually, that the Steelers are going to have I think it'll prove difficult. But there's no banners being hung where we make things difficult in losing. I get it.
Where's the banner for 17th straight winning season?
I know you're giving voice to what I hear,
yeah.
but right now, you're in it. And when I was getting lit up saying, you don't know what you're talking about, and again, I apologize for saying the words, you're out of your friggin' mind. I think that's what maybe inflamed the situation.
Yeah.
It's my language. But I'll tell you what, there's an owner in Carolina, and I would tell you Arthur Blank would sit up straight in his chair if Mike Tomlin's available. So would the Chargers ownership.
Yeah.
So would the Raiders.
So with the Washington.
You don't think Mark Davis would want to put Mike Tomlin out there in Las Vegas? So be careful what you wish for again. And by the way, enjoy the wild card weekend, because there is more than half the league that is not. Stupid. Wild card weekend. Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.